Hey, is that the right one? Are they Phillips heads?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought they were Torx earlier. Ooh, you brought a magnet.
Here you just have 4 Phillips head screws that you have to remove out of the back of the housing.
Just keep doing that. You gotta make sure to have fun with it when you do it, right?
Yep.
Well, you can have fun. I'm gonna sit over here fearful
Oh yeah. Alright. The clips are mostly on this side. When I took it apart, it was the one.
My 2018 Cluster had clips on the right side, but his did not. I pretty much just pulled mine apart. It takes a little bit of pressure, so be careful.
Oh, okay.
It goes down in there.
This one, I'm gonna clean out this because it's got some stuff.
This is the part that you should be freaked out about.
This part? Yeah. Don't worry, I am.
Because this is kind of a pain to get off.
But not really.
This is the part I really want to pay attention to.
You gotta get the needle off. Let's get this little cover.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of the way I did
With
it.
this needle, the most
You trying
difficult
fingers
part
like
is
you
just
did it?
kind
Yours
of
is
getting a
no
hold of
Yours
it.
is a little easier.
It's
Mine was-
you could probably use
Stuck on
a
it.
plastic pry tool here
I was gonna say
and
mine's
be just
newer,
as
but
well off. I could use my
it's not
fingers
hot.
and pull it off.
And then this is where the adhesive is.
This overlay is held on by adhesive. You can work your way under it and kind of pry it up with your fingers,
Do you want a,
and just be
what's
really
that, a
careful
circuit
and
board?
pull it off slowly.
Oh, we have a plastic wedge. Do you want that?
No, I'm just gonna. There it goes. Yeah, mine wasn't stuck on. It's good. I guess the adhesive hadn't set yet.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Okay.
so much
So
bending.
that nothing will get on the back of it.
Yeah.
Don't make the
The
same
back of
mistake.
that is very sticky, so if it lays down on anything, it's going to be stuck to it.
So this has to be set face down.
Yes.
Oh, that's back. There's just some pine. Is there more stuff to peel off of here?
Yes.
How did this go? Because
That's-
this is nasty.
Yeah, that's the adhesive.
Adhesive,
from
right.
That. Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be good.
Oh, it comes over it a little bit. Alright.
This is covered in a plastic,
Oh,
so you can
okay.
see the edges
yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna peel that
And
off
then you
now.
put the other film over it, and that's what changes the color?
Yeah.
Alright.
Use a brand new razor blade, and it's better to start in the bottom left corner. Just be careful because this film is really brittle. Just take it slow.
Oh. Hey, that's a new one, right?
Yes.
Okay. I could be right on top of you if you were a surgeon cutting somebody's like leg or abdomen open or something, but this, I'm like, oh no, this might cost me money.
And that's the bad side part of this is it's
Oh,
brittle. Mine did
fragments.
mine did the same thing.
Ugh, dang. You take as much time as you need. Go slower. The more time you take, the better.
I should split this up into 4 videos.
And put it on like a paid thing, so that on Patreon. Patreon only content. Oh, the wind knocked the tower over. That's not like sad at all.
Okay, now it gets easy.
Once you've pulled up enough with the razor blade, you can get your fingers under it and then just slowly peel it back with your fingers. There may be a little bit of adhesive stuck here after you get the film off. Just use Goo Gone or something to get it off. You might have to work a little bit at it, but it will come off.
Turn it like that. It's black.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh. So, way to go, Paul. Alright. So you just 90 degree. Well, I mean, you put new stuff
The
on.
new,
but-
yeah, the new stuff has to be oriented the right way.
Hey, what are you doing? Go away.
Look,
No, I don't want to.
graph paper. So I have that.
You're so redneck.
Let's see.
Just like all the other people who are going to be doing this. Oh, okay, cool.
Even though it says, it never looks right with the backing on it.
That's fine. You
Cones
can just
are
cut it out and then we'll go from there. Hey, do you want a board to cut on? So that. What about really sharp scissors?
No.
Okay.
See, with the film on it,
Even if
it
that's
doesn't.
jamming?
Yeah, that's not the adhesive side. This is the adhesive side.
Oh, okay.
Here you can see that depending on which way the film is turned determines whether or not it looks clear or if it looks black.
So yeah,
Sweet.
the up is right. It just, without taking the backing off, it never looks
Quite
like
correct.
it should.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna end up being like that.
Alright. So you usually cut like a big section out and then trim it.
What I'm gonna do. Is there a Sharpie around here?
This is getting a little unprofessional. Do you need black Sharpie or?
It'd be
Oh,
preferable.
Ooh, this is a nice one. It's new and shit. Sorry.
I just marked the corners and then I was going to transfer it to the graph paper later.
I just went and bought the like most dirtiest dirt cheap AR trigger and hammer so that I can build my own slick trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay.
I just used the marks I made and tape that down to the graph paper and then use a straight edge and a razor blade to cut the film. I didn't have the best lighting, so we had to use a flashlight to get me enough light so that I could see what I was doing. With this film, it's not that easy to find, but you can find it. It's polarized film with an adhesive backing, and there's a few places that sell it. You should be able to find it.
What's that?
This is so. What? That's right there.
Yeah, that's just.
We're so filled with instruction right now.
Okay. Make sure it's gonna be correct.
Is it too big?
No, it's not going quite to the edges.
Oh, okay.
Which the original one didn't quite go to the edges.
Oh, I can't remember. Let's see. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna
To
order
put the
one.
overlay back on, just kind of hover it over the cluster to get it into position, and then just gently set it in, and it's pretty much can only go in one place, and then just work your way around it, getting it stuck down.
No, that thing's rattle off and I want it.
Because you want it to be in the starting position when you put this on.
Oh, did you move it?
I mean, it could have. I don't know.
No, okay.
So, actually, just gonna put it on just a little bit.
And then turn it.
Yeah.
Make sure.
This needle has to be put back in the right place, and in order to do that, just take your fingers on that little post and turn it counterclockwise, and you won't necessarily feel it stop, but it hits a stop.
Yeah.
And then take your needle and just gently put it on and turn it down to the point where it's supposed to be, like you see in the picture in the video,
Retaining cap.
and then push the needle on. And you can fine tune it a little bit even when it's stuck
Boy,
on.
your spit's all over it. Spit on it. Spit on
Now you can just set the face back on and flip it over and put the 4 screws
Doesn't
back
have
in it,
little-
and you're
It
done.
doesn't clip the way mine did. Mine had a thing there, and there. It'll be held in. I mean, it's got the screws, so there's no issue.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Now be sure to torque these to 40 foot-pounds.
No. 44. No, 1 inch-pound.
1 inch-pound, yeah.
You get out the tiniest torque wrench in the world, you're like,
It's the same size as the smallest violin in the world. That 4/1000th of an inch-pound.
Now you have an awesome looking blacked out display. It looks really awesome when it's turned on. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you guys out.